everybody, before I get started, I have an announcement to make. Late last year, I had started another YouTube channel called Brothers of the Sword Productions. And I'm going to be decoding quite a few of the unsolved mysteries that yet have had no answers. And right now, I'm in part 4 of Oak Island Prophesy. And if you're at all interested in the Oak Island mystery, or if you've been watching The Curse of Oak Island, you'll be really interested in picking up on this part 4 because it's getting so interesting. Part 4 is called Thoth and the Eclipsing Star System, and Thoth is an Egyptian god. Now if you're interested in watching this, I have the link down in the description box. And now on with the show. Well, hi there, Capricorn. Kind of looks like there's going to be a few major shifts going on in your life in July. Now it's happening to all of the signs really because of the series of eclipses that are happening. And I'm about halfway through the readings now, and I've seen a lot of movement cards. But there's a lot of positive things going on in a lot of people's lives. And these eclipses can affect you for 6 months to a year. Now you received the Raidha Rune. This means wheel, ride, journey. It can be a spiritual journey as well. Travel. And more precisely, it means the spoke of a wheel, or the radius of a circle. This is one of those cards that can energize change of circumstances. And you're going to see that in your future cards. You have the Tower, which is saying, yeah, there's going to be some changes of circumstances. Some things are going to shake your cage a little bit. Not in a bad way, though, in the future at all. There's going to be some new beginnings. This card can also herald arrivals, departure, reunions. Now the Minchiati card that you received, the deck that I put together, you received charity. And saying maybe now it's time to be magnanimous. Give if you have the money to give. Help out if you can where it's needed. This world definitely needs more kindness and equilibrium to spread things around a little bit more where it's really actually needed. Now this is a card that's saying that you have to do without desire. You can't expect reciprocity. It's nice to have reciprocity when somebody can give back to you, but it's not necessary. Now the overall energy card for your reading is the Four of Wands. What an excellent card. This card is about celebrating. It's a time of rest and to spend time with people that you love. And this card too bodes well with the Raidha Rune about reunions, arrivals, and departures, because you're going to be seeing some people that maybe you haven't seen for a long time. Getting back together, having parties, picnics, celebrations of all sorts for holidays, birthdays, graduations. This is saying that some foundations were set, some really hard work, and some endeavors were now finalized. And now you're saying, yeah, let's just pat ourselves on the back because this could be a success of your own with people lauding you for your success, or this could be a shared accomplishment. The number 4 indicates stability and order. Home. This card can indicate that you're returning home, or you're returning to some place that you feel very comfortable and safe. This can say that you're going to be helping out maybe family members, maybe ailing parents that are getting older. Perhaps this card is signifying that you're freeing yourself from some things that were constricting you. And now you're able to make some choices and decisions. Now the cards on the left, for what you know category, you receive the Page of Cups and the Devil card. Now the Devil card represents you. This is your sign, Capricorn. But with the Page of Cups there, it's more kind of a warning not to go into fantasy land. This is a card about dreams, expressing ranges of emotions that sometimes you can't control. The Page of Cups has love as his aim, fantasies as his game, and the spiritual world as his plane. And a lot of times he doesn't have his feet on the ground. He has his head up in the clouds. But this card can also indicate spiritual awareness and intuition. And if any page is doing their job, he brings in news and messages that can make a big difference in your life. Now you have the Devil card there. And it's saying maybe you are going into a little bit of a fantasy land and you really have to pull yourself back out into the real world. You can't live in the perfect world that you make in your mind. And then again, the devil can say that there's some type of denial. You haven't been really looking at things closely. Or else maybe there's an enemy in your midst. That is being the Page of Cups. This card can indicate some type of bondage and something holding you back. It always seems that what you want the most, you never get because you implode yourself and do just all the worst things that you could to try to achieve what you wanted. Kind of all backfired. It's saying here that you have to be really careful of that. You know, we all have that shadow self that lurks in the backdrop and brings danger into our lives. Now the cards next door for what is or can be yours. I don't think I've seen this in a very long time, but you receive two Two of Cups. These are the minor arcana versions of the Lover's card. This is about regulating your emotions, keeping them in check. Although all two cards indicate decision, balance, and partnership, you've got the Devil card and the Page of Cups back there. This Two of Cups is all about making the right choices with the people that you accept in your life or allow in your life. Because where you direct your attention for your affections dictates your life. You have to really review a lot of things about your strengths and weaknesses and your thoughts and beliefs and what motivations that you have connected to your emotions. This is about forging stronger bonds between partners, lovers, family, bringing in love, tolerance, and kindness. Now the cards on the right for yourself or self-awareness are the Magician and the World card. It feels like you're going to be hitting a really big reset button. And of course, with this series of eclipses coming in this month, yeah, a lot of people are doing that. You have to channel your energy. The Magician is about taking your free will and your ideas and bringing them into reality, bringing them into substance. He's saying here that there's a lot of potential and opportunities in front of you, and you have all the tools that you need. Now it's time to take advantage of a new start, a new maybe spiritual awakening here. And it's kind of funny, you have the number 1 card and the very last card of the major arcana, the World card, together. So you're ending something to begin something new. The World card is saying you're ending a cycle. You've learned something all along the way. There was something that you had to learn through all of the major arcana cards. You had to go through this gauntlet to earn this freedom to start over again. Maybe back there with the Devil card, you were kind of mired in the material world, and maybe now you climbed out of that and found your spiritual self. Got rid of that shadow self that Jung talks about. This is when the unconscious inner self is now open for traffic to talk to the conscious foreself. And right in the middle of it then is the heart of the matter. Now you have some building cards in the future. You have the Two of Pentacles, the Tower, the Ace of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles. This is the Architect card for building. Now the Two of Pentacles is saying there's been some indecision. You know, you have the Devil way back there. You have love cards along with that, and then some endings and new beginnings cards. Now it is time to make some decisions, but you're really not quite sure. You're just juggling right now, keeping the balls up in the air. But you know, there's a lot of terror in indecision, as well as making mistakes with a decision, because you can adjust for the indecision and not making the right decisions. But you want to do it the first time anyway, because, you know, there's a little crash and burn coming up here because of the Tower. There's going to be some change of circumstances. And I don't think you really want them, but they're really needed at this point. You have to make some adjustments with this decision that you have to make with these two Two of Cups cards, as well as the Two of Pentacles cards. This is emotions and earthly things together. This is all about material things. What's going on in your world? But it has to be okay in your spiritual world too. Now the Ace of Swords has a two-edged sword here. It's sharp and it can hurt or harm. It's how you wield it. Now if you're using it for what it's worth, you're cutting through the crap and getting to the heart of the matter. And that means that would be then the sword of truth. Maybe some few things crashed and burned because you found some truth and it's time to start over again. Now you have the Knight of Wands, and he's fire energy. Sometimes misdirected too. You're going to have to make sure that you're channeling your energy into the right things. Otherwise you might run into situations with your guns blazing. And you're kicking up dust where it's blinding you and you don't know where you're going. So just be careful of not doing impulsive things that the devil might make you do. But here you have the Three of Pentacles card. This is a creation card. Two forces making a third force. You're building, and a lot of times this card indicates there's a lot of people involved in this building. There's a lot of support and help. This card can symbolize that you're climbing the corporate ladder, promotions, whatever it is, things are going really well, and now you're building some things with ideas that the Page of Cups back there gave you, and the Magician is now working with his magic. And I wish you acceptance, peace, and happiness.